the Queen's Gambit, otherwise known as November Community Day. Welcome magical people to Zealman's Wizarding World, your Wizarding Night channel with a suburban twist. You can kind of guess what I've been watching on TV lately. I've been watching the Queen's Gambit, and now we have a chess-themed community day, which is quite cool, and which I need badly. I'm on bronze on that page, and I am stuck, except I am stuck in a very strange place. I'm not stuck where most people are stuck. I'm kind of stuck waiting for Hermione. I have everything else to get to silver. But Hermione's where I'm lacking, so that's my target. I think a lot of people are waiting for the chess piece or the flying key, but I actually do have those, which is quite groovy. So I have prepared a little short cut for you, just for a giggles.
Go ahead.
Barbaric.
That's wizard's chess.
I couldn't resist making that one. But I just, yeah. Anyway, right. On to the event. You can tell I've had my coffee today. Now, Saturday the 14th of November, so midnight to midnight local time is when our event starts and ends. I do like local time events purely because it makes telling you the time a lot easier than trying to work out different time zones. So the rewards for this one are 3 Dar books, 3 spell books, 40 gold, 200 wizarding XP, 20 spell books, and it's mainly about the Foundables from the wizarding chess page. That's pretty much what it's all about. So the mechanics for this one, pretty much the same as any community day, but if you haven't done one before, there's basically a set of tasks to get rewards, and it's only one task list, not multiple. There are 1 kilometer port keys, which will award Legends of Hogwarts Family XP and Flying Key Fragments. That Flying Key Fragment will not be available from Wizarding Challenges, Fortresses, during this event. We'll get onto that bit in a minute. Decrease brew time for tonic for trace detection. With Master Notes, it will only take 30 minutes, so get to collecting those ingredients. For Extenulo potions, brew time will also be reduced by 50%, which is good. So you have a choice between trace tonics or Extenulos. You will need Extenulos for the tasks, so it's worth having at least 7 of those before the event starts. I was just way more because there are some good rare Foundables which will be spawning a lot, and really don't want to miss out on them, right? So this is how it's listed in the text. Increased chance to receive Wizarding Chess Queen, Dumbledore's Army sign-up sheet, or Half-Blood Prince's copy of Advanced Potion-Making Fragments when using Legends of Hogwarts runestones in Wizarding Challenges. Now I was trying to work out how this goes together, because there's a couple of ways of actually reading this. So I have cleared this up. This is one of the reasons why the video is a little bit later, and expect to go help me out with that one. So you have an increased chance because the Flying Key, Your Ball Invitation, and Unfinished Marauders Map are unavailable from Fortress Challenges during the event. The key, of course, you can get from port keys, but the other things you will not be able to get during the event. This is quite funny because it comes from like a previous video I did on a previous community day when I discovered that the absence of certain Foundables means the other ones are increased. This wasn't actually mentioned in the communications from WB Niantic, so I'm only going to assume, because no one else mentioned it either, that they be watching my videos, and well, either they be watching the videos or they came to their own conclusion on the same thing. But if you're watching, hi guys. So moving on, we have guaranteed family fragments after winning a Fortress challenge in Fortress 4 and higher. Now, Fortress 4 and higher are quite grindy, so I would suggest possibly pairing up with some people online. But check the WooTubers, various WooTubers, Twitters, to see who's doing live streams. I don't think I will be doing one. I think Brito, which is Unite, might also be doing one. I won't be able to do it myself because I have a child and my life is very busy right now, despite being locked in the same 4 walls for the last 9 months. So anyway, Forest 4 and above, I say best do it with a group because it's a bit quicker that way and it's more fun. It doesn't feel much grindiness. But yeah, that's one way of getting guaranteed Fortress rewards. Of course, that will use a fair amount of energy. If you've got loads of energy, then yeah, definitely a good idea. Also, there is increased family XP, challenge XP, and spell energy rewards while doing fortress challenges, so you can get some of that energy back in, which is quite groovy. And we have increased traces of Legends of Hogwarts Foundables from the chest chamber page, both on the map and by using a tonic for trace detection. And this is young Ron Weasley, young Hermione Granger, which I really need, and Albus Dumbledore. Perfect. So what can you do now? Well, you can collect tonic for trace detection ingredients ready for brewing on the day. You can also collect Extremelo ingredients as well for brewing on the day, but it's more kind of efficient to do the trace tonics and then do Extremelos basically from now up until the day. Just keep banging them out. What I usually do is running basic Extremelos throughout the day. That's because my basic Extremelos are quite boosted for the SOS training. And then what I'll do at night time, I'll put a couple of potents in there to get it going overnight. And then in the morning, I'll just carry on the same thing. I've actually run out of Granny in here, which is quite funny. So yes, if you've been doing your SOS skills tree, then probably your basic Extremelos are probably good enough to be doing this. So lots of basic Extremelos, because they're quick to brew, you can get quite a lot of them, and I use them all the time, pretty much. I mean, I rarely play without using Extremelos, because I don't like departing foes. It drives me up the wall. Dawdle Draft, you're probably not going to need it. It's becoming more and more obsolete, Dawdle Draft, as the Extremelo potions have gotten better with SOS training, so if you're lower level and you haven't really done much boosting of your Extremelos, then you may want to do a few Dawdle Drafts. And then finally, if you have loads of Extremelos already and you've got plenty going on, you can do Brewfier's Brain Elixirs. You can start brewing those and cash in on that extra Wizarding XP. I'd say the boosted Wizarding XP from Fortresses will be boosted again by Brewfier's Brain Elixir, so yeah, that's good. And also, of course, Hermione in etc. Dumbledore are quite rare Foundables, so they have high family XP as well. So BBE will be very good. I might brew about 4 or 5, I think, for myself. And the last thing you can do if you are choosy about what Foundables you pick from the map, if you're like low on energy and stuff, then it's probably worth concentrating on Legends of Hogwarts, because you may get a few Foundables that you need from that page, if you're really lucky. We have brilliant bundles, which are the same old, so they're displayed here, thanks to Orange Wizard. So for the Foundables, on that page, up here now, I need Hermione to get to silver. Once I've done that, then I need pretty much everything to get to gold. So I will be going ham on everything I can find and picking up all the port keys. I have a bunch of port keys waiting to be opened. So what I will do is when the event starts, well, it starts at midnight, but when I start the event, I will put on a BBE, I'll open up all my port keys, cash in on any Wizarding XP from those. I mean, most of them are 2Ks, so not really good, but better nothing. And then I will collect every 1 kilometer port key I can find on the map. And one final thing to do is make sure when you end the event, you have all the port keys. Make sure you've got a full inventory of port keys to open during the week, because you can cash in on those rewards even after the event has finished. Just make sure you've at least walked 5 off before the next brilliant event. So the task for this one, complete 5 wizarding challenges with 3 or more teammates, use 7 Extremelo potions, use Master Notes 4 times, return 15 young Ron Weasley Foundables, return 12 young Hermione Granger Foundables, and return 10 Albus Dumbledore Foundables. And that gives us our rewards. Now, typically, apart from once, you get 2 to 3 times what the tasks require as spawns. Typically, because it has been known to vary sometimes and go rather wrong. So I'm going to be safe and probably say double. If you do a few hours, you should get double the tasks. These tasks are actually pretty good. So the difference between this one and the last set of tasks is basically we have the use Master Notes 4 times. Previously it was just to collect one of the Foundables so many times. So this is kind of new for this community day, although we have seen it before. So what you have to do is just remember to use your Master Notes while brewing, and given the fact that the tonic for trace detection is only 30 minutes, if you use Master Notes, you're going to do that well by default, really. And also remember, if you don't have the Extremelos to start with, you will get 50% brew time reduction during the event, although that will take away from your tonic for trace detection, so see how you go there. So for general tips, basically you just need to remember for the night bus, the one who starts the chamber is the one where the rules apply to. So if you start a chamber and you're in Community Day, then Eric, that's fine. So that means at Fortress level 4, you're going to be guaranteed to get a main registry fragment, and you're also going to be, if you're using the runestone, you're going to be guaranteed one of those particular Foundables. However, as we play with randoms quite a lot, you may, for example, join a chamber and someone's already in it, but if they are from a different country and they are not in Community Day, then things will be back to normal, unfortunately, for you. So yes, just be careful who you're playing with. And lastly, just remember to have your cauldron queue empty at the start of the event, because those reduced brew times will only count for when you put that potion in the queue. And of course, you can only use master notes on the one that's at the front of the queue. So that's basically it. It should be quite enjoyable. Hopefully the spawn rates are decent, so we can do the task without stressing about it, and we don't have to spend the entire day playing it. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this Community Day. I think everybody needs something on this page, so I think it should be well received. Of course, there are a few people who completed all the entire registry, but they could just put their feet up and gather Wizarding XP, which is quite nice for them. So if you have any causes for concern, any questions, leave them below. I will answer them as quick as I can, bearing in mind I'm in the UK, so if you're in the US, I may be unconscious. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe, because what we've got coming up, we've got a new episode of Resist, and we will be going into the portkeys via AutoCAD and actually having a look around at them and flying around and looking around the corners and doing amazing things like that. But we will first be starting with portkeys that have not been released in the game yet. So that one, it'll be a spoiler one. Resist ones always have spoilers. If it's got the R on it and it's Resist, it has spoilers. Okay? Or at least has unreleased content. And then the one following that, we'll be looking at other portkeys, and that will not have the Resist logo on it. And those will not be spoilers because they're portkeys we already know about. I'm actually looking forward to going into that back room in Grimhole Place and seeing what's behind that door. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter at the Zealman and Instagram for AR pictures. Yes, I haven't done a Twitch channel yet. So until next time, brush up on your spells, get your worlds ready, Wizards Unite.